Well, he may not look like much, but he's got it where it counts, kid. Brandon gets seduced by the dark side at Star Wars Celebration 3. And the twisted people who brought you House of Cosby's are getting elbow deep in the world of puppetry. We'll show you the troubling results. And it's Friday. You ain't got no job, and you don't got squat to do except rock out to Groove Foundation live in our studio now. Take a shot at tequila and summon the invisible swordsman because it's Attack of the Show.
Pick up on this.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. I'm assuming they watched yesterday, that is. It's Friday. Kevin Pereira.
Brendan Moran.
How's it going, buddy?
Good.
You were in Alaska recently.
I was. You're going to see more of that, I think, in a week or two.
Yeah?
I was in Alaska.
Yeah. Any cold?
Yeah. I had a couple of scares with some brown bears.
Ooh.
But you know, Kevin, you got to kind of know what to do if you're out in the wilderness like that, you know? It's somebody like me.
Duck and cover? Drop and roll?
Run like and scream like a girl.
Oh, run and scream like a girl, yes.
Yeah, they respond to that.
It's a good tactic.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sarah, bear escaping tactics, any?
You know, I've always heard that if you want to outrun a bear, you run down a hill. Because they're good at going uphill, but down a hill, they lose all of their...
They'll tumble.
Run down a hill.
Somersault.
And if you're on flat land, you're dead.
It's true.
That's what I thought, too.
Those are my bear tips.
Thank you, Sarah.
Do you have anything else up on the show today, or was that it? I don't know if... was it just to the
Are
bear
you just
survival?
pointing out that I have kind of a slow day on the show, or what?
No, I'm just asking if you have anything else on the show today. I was just making...
Sarah, survival is no joke.
Nothing big.
This is useful and helpful
Standard
information.
stuff.
Right, Kevin? Anywho.
Apparently not. Apparently bear safety isn't high on her priority. Oh, well. All right, you got something to talk about.
I do.
Something very cool.
Kevin, I want to talk about the good people at Sunbeam. Bear with me for one moment.
Don't they make spas?
I think they make toasters.
Yeah.
And also, now they make 20-in-1 panels.
Okay,
While
what's a
Kevin
20-in-1
plugs that
panel?
in, we're going to talk about some of the features on
Just
these.
set it and forget it.
Check this out. Now, what we're looking at here is this, not the box. It's this
By the way,
20-in-1.
one of the lamest computer cases I've seen in a long time.
I know.
How much more
wonder
leak
whose
could this be?
was.
I mean,
Dork.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's 5 1/4 inches. Look at this. It's got USB 2.0. It's got FireWire. It's got a lot of acronyms.
right. Memory stick Duo, Memory Stick Duo Pro.
Yes.
All of that's in here.
SD
compact
cards.
flash SD.
You can have a number of cards in here at one time and transfer data between them as well, which is kind
fantastic.
of a feature. Also, check this out. See, this is an LSD.
And it's an LSD? Oh, that's actually a Freudian slip.
It is
this
Friday,
is
isn't
an
it?
LCD.
It's an LCD count. And if it gets too hot, it'll give you a little alarm, which we couldn't really get to
Well,
set
just
off.
let's
but
get your best impression.
yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll just take some LSD and we'll see
I
what's
think
right.
you'll sound just fine. Very cool. Sarah, any LSD tips? No? We're going to stay away?
Well, I do have some stories there.
Whoa!
Do you have a couple hours?
No, we're good. We're going to move on, actually.
I'm taking this
Darn.
bad boy
All
down.
right, yes, please. Unplug it. So,
moving
not
on.
bad. How much is the panel, did we say?
$35.
That's cheap, man. Because if you buy all those readers separately, that's going to be a lot more.
$35.
Not bad. Good job, Brennan.
Thank you.
Way to lift that case.
Thank you.
All right, now, this was an interesting one. You like the music. You like the tunes.
I do.
You like the MP3 files.
I like the blogging.
Combine them.
What?
MP3s and blogging right here. It's called the Hype Machine. Now, this site takes music files from all sorts of blogs all over the net, and it kind of aggregates them all into one little bad boy right here. So, as you can see, literally going out to tons of blogs here, pulling out the MP3s that they post, putting them here for you. Now, they claim it's so that you can discover new artists, but basically, it's a chance for you to get some music.
Share
It's out
some
there.
music.
Share some music. That's what they said Napster was for, but we all know how that turned out.
Kevin, if it's a crime to share, then we're all guilty.
Lock you up?
Yeah.
If sharing's a crime, take me away. I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's nice that it's out there, and there is some good music. I did discover some cool
Yeah,
stuff.
the blogs on here are all music lovers. Like Sven is in the
Sven?
German minimalist grooves, you know?
Yeah.
There's also a Soul Asylum down here. I don't know if you're into Soul Asylum.
Yeah.
I'm
Again,
not.
hit or miss.
Yeah.
You can
Can't-
discover
can't go
stuff.
back. Yeah, you know, some...
But
it's
it's there.
not all the same type of music.
Last night they had Herbie Hancock on there. You can't go wrong with that.
No.
You know,
And
unless
Ray
you're
Parker
under 30.
Jr.
Yes.
Okay, good.
All right, moving on. A couple days ago, I think you were still in Alaska fighting bears, but there was a site that we showed off called StuffOnMyCat.com.
Didn't catch that
I'm
one.
going to pull it up for you right now in case you missed it. Here's a little refresher course, kids. StuffOnMyCat.com. It was started by one of the guys in our forums. There's the whole breakfast plate on the kitty cat while he's sleeping.
You know, it'd be cool if he could eat the breakfast.
But look,
off the...
he's
oh,
got...
that's disgusting.
Well, no,
actually.
hold on. He's got. Oh, I can't scroll. My mouse is getting caught. Oh, there we go. He's got new submissions.
He's got a Gary Coleman.
No, that's it. Urkel. Even better.
Oh, right.
What's better than Gary Coleman? Urkel. Period. And here he is. You know,
That cat's awake, though. That's not fair.
Well, no, it's okay. This doesn't have to be a sleeping cat. This is just stuff on my cat. The new site that we found today called Wesley Buckaroo. Wesley's the name of the cat. The game is called Buckaroo. Here's the site. Apparently, Buckaroo is a game where you see how many items you can place on a sleeping cat before it wakes up.
That's excellent.
So here he is in the middle of a Trivial Pursuit game, and they've got the Dr. Pepper can and the shot glass and some candy, and
I think that's the
there's a bunch of
80s edition as well.
This is brilliant.
Pens on it.
It's Buckaroo.
Hey, everybody, my cat's asleep. Come on in here. We're going to put a box of Boggle on it.
I think it's one of the greatest games that has ever come out.
Yeah. If you're into cats.
Sure. Yeah. If you've been putting stuff on cats, either way. Look at the sleeping kitty with the pens.
And plus, the nice part is, it's so cute.
Isn't it?
How can you go wrong?
Cats are like the universal miscellaneous garbage holder now.
Yeah.
We love it.
Either way.
All right, we need to get like a set cat and put stuff on it during the show.
As long as it'll sleep.
Yeah, that's fine. A little GHB.
Maybe we just
catnip.
sedate it.
Yeah. Moving on. We're taking your calls. What about, Brendan, you ask? Anything.
That's
anything.
right. It's
because
Ask Brendan anything.
Well, ask us.
Well,
but
okay.
if you want to... All right, fine. It's Brendan's
I'm hijacking
now.
it.
Call up, ask Brendan what kind of steak he likes or how ticklish his feet are. Do what you want. Call up. He's going to take it. The number is 800-839-7880.
And you can also email us through our web forum at g4tv.com, AOTS, AOTS is what I like to say.
Yeah.
And you can chat, IRC chat room 2, point your browser to the chat, the g4tv.com. You've done it before.
There's a dot between the chat.
You know what? These people know what
They know what they're doing. You're right. Now, those of you that get your questions answered on air, you're going to receive Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy swag. I think we even got it here.
Yeah.
Look at this. You know you want it. Start dialing.
T-shirts.
Start dialing. You're going to get some T-shirts and hats from Jinx Hackwear.
Hats, some cords.
Some cords and cables.
42.
Brendan's going to give you his watch. So
probably not.
everything's happening.
Right on.
Just give us a call. You never know what you're going to get. Now, Sarah, you saw the Hitchhiker's Guide, right?
I did. I was lucky enough to see it a few weeks before it comes out tonight.
Nice.
Saw it a few weeks ago, and I really liked it. I mentioned on the show before, it is one of those movies that not exactly like the book, but book fans will appreciate all the jokes and the humor that nobody else gets. It'll be fun. Like a little club.
So should you read the book first? Or not go?
You know, I have read the book, so I don't really know what it would have been like if I hadn't read it. I think I probably would have felt like it was like an inside joke kind of thing.
Gotcha.
But do both. It's great. Good book, good movie.
Read it while you're in line for the movie. Done. And next week we're going to have a little behind-the-scenes peek at the thing as well with the little Jim Henson guys. It's going to be awesome.
Wait.
And coming up, fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, and hate leads to Indiana, apparently. Brendan, you're going to have the highlights from the Star Wars Celebration trace.
That's the plan.
Awesome.
The Star Wars hype machine is in overdrive. And if you're into all that stuff, good for you. Although hokey religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid. Here's my recent trip to the biggest geek fest of all time.
Aren't you a bit short to be a stormtrooper? Can I ask, how is Biggs doing?
Biggs is dead.
Okay.
It was a shame.
Can you do a quick rendition of Changes for me?
Changes.
Welcome to Star Wars Celebration 3 here in freezing cold Indianapolis. Now, this is the fourth time that Star Wars fans have come together before the release of a film, which begs the question of why it's called Celebration 3. But I digress. 28,000 people are expected to be here, a third of them dressed up as stormtroopers. And the big surprise this year is George Lucas is on site, although he won't talk to me.
This X-Wing was created by Lucasfilm for the re-release of the movies back in 1995, 97. It was one of 7.
Yeah, hi, Mom. Could you come pick me up? I forgot my helmet. So basically what's going on here is there's a lot of people dressed up in costumes waiting in really long lines who are taking pictures of other people dressed up in costumes waiting in really long lines.
I just saw George Lucas this morning. I waited in line since 5 p.m. yesterday, and it honestly felt like a tsunami. It was horrible, but it was worth it getting to see George Lucas in person. There's going to be a TV series. It's going to be like real live-action actors. He said it's going to be about secondary characters, but he didn't really say which ones.
You heard it here first, folks. Second-hand information from someone else who saw George Lucas today. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you know that you have a water bong sticking out of your backpack?
I don't think so.
Maybe later you and I can meet in the bathroom.
No, I don't think so.
Are you guys getting a lot of attention because you're in costume today?
Yeah, a little bit. A little more attention because of the breasts.
Star Wars wouldn't be Star Wars without the merchandising. This place has hundreds of booths where adults can come and get toy figurines. Or something like this, my favorite, the Jar Jar Binks collectible Taco Bell mug. Boo Jar Jar is right, ma'am. So you guys playing cards?
I'm selling right now Star Wars Breakbeats. This is my remix record. It's just Star Wars remixes and such.
From, like, the Empire March and stuff like that? Or
Classic Trilogy and Phantom Menace.
What scene in the Star Wars films do the kilts come in?
Why don't you answer that one?
It's somewhere on the editing room floor. Is it like swimming in cold water? What kind of stuff are people asking for?
Vaders. I have a lot of requests for Vaders. A lot of the cog pieces. This is called the cog. It's an Imperial cog. It's actually like a symbol for the Empire. I have implants to make my Tusken Raider eyes pop out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I'm really devoted. My knuckles are tattooed.
Finally, someone has it right, because what's the point of building an R2 unit if you can't race them against other ones and run them around an obstacle course? This is the 2005 running of the robots. Is it difficult to find, like, a really small person that wants to spend that much time in the actual robot?
I don't know any dwarfs.
I know a few. I met the guy who plays...
Dave Baker?
Yeah. He says he's looking for work. Maybe you can give him a call.
I love that we put heavy metal music behind the R2 race, which was the equivalent of watching paint dry.
Yeah, the other R2
robots.
kind of sputted out at the beginning. But how many
You made the races look extreme, though, man.
Yeah,
I'll give it to you.
You don't get to see R2 units race every day.
Yes, you don't.
You know? Because of the labor laws and all that. What? Well, you got to fit them in the little can and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Was the event worth it? I mean, it seemed like a lot of lines and a lot of costumes. I'm glad you went.
It was crazy. We had a lot of fun. We got a lot more Star Wars coming up next couple of days.
Very nice.
Monday, in fact, we're going to have the Fan Film Awards and less movie quotes.
Promise?
But probably not. No, actually,
yeah,
I
okay.
can't resist it. Yeah.
You can't. That's all right.
Coming up, we're taking your calls about anything.
We're taking them now. I'm back in this game.
Yeah, I know. Well,
right.
although you can still ask me questions. You can ask Kevin questions.
Sure.
Sarah as well.
And it's your chance to win Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy stuff.
So why not call?
They should. And in addition to that, we're going to take a closer look at the hottest new feature in Mac OS X Tiger. And no, Brendan, it's not its luxurious coat of fur.
Oh.
All right, rabid Mac fans and potential defectors have cause to celebrate. Tiger, the highly anticipated update to Apple's OS X, arrives in stores today. And here to make sense of the best new features is Scott Michella from PlasticBugs.com. You all right, buddy?
Thanks, Kev. I'm good. But you said X,
OS
not
X.
10? Yeah.
It's awesome.
Us Mac geeks, that's like fingernails on the chalkboard.
Really?
So. You got to get it right.
All right. I'm sorry. My apologies.
It's got to be 10.
You look really familiar,
OS
by the
X.
way.
You look very familiar too.
Right.
I think we might have met in a former life.
Maybe. So the OS X, what makes it so fantastic? What makes it so amazing?
OS 10, it's just, there's so many new features, more than 200 features in OS 10 Tiger.
Okay.
And I think Mac users are going to find almost one thing to really love. And
Scott,
we're all
tell me one of the features.
First one, right here, I just activated it, Spotlight. There's no eye candy here. And
okay.
Mac users like eye candy, PC users like to see eye candy on Macs and then bash it.
Sure.
This is really cool. It's just a search feature, but it's live search. It's really fast. I'm going to do a quick search. I had some emails here about a keg party, and let's see how quick it pulls those up.
All right.
There we go. So it just pulled up all those emails, and if I do a search for...
It doesn't just search your email, right? It's your entire
it
hard drive,
searches
any
the
type
whole
of media?
hard drive for... It looks through keywords, looks through file names, and it looks in the most obvious places first, and it's always indexing in the background, and it doesn't slow the OS down, so it's really fast.
Nice
and
feature.
if you, you can see show all, and it actually, you get some really cool detailed information on each of your searches here. And there are smart folders, so I can set up a smart folder. It works with Spotlight, kind of, and you set up some rules, and now anytime I make a picture and tag it orange, it's going to wind up in this folder because I told it all images with the tag orange.
Okay, so smart sorting
really
and quick searching. Very
Okay,
nice.
here
That's
comes the eye
Spotlight.
candy.
All right, yes, let's see it.
Eye candy.
Because Apple users
Dashboard.
don't care about functionality. It's all about looking pretty.
You know, Dashboard is heralded as this great new thing. Confabulator is the same thing.
Yeah.
PC users have it. Mac users had it. I don't find it that handy. I mean,
Okay.
there's some really
Well,
neat
then why are we
widgets.
talking about
and,
it? I mean,
you
it
know
doesn't
what?
add a whole lot to OS X. It just
It's
doesn't.
pretty OS 10.
Yeah, it just doesn't add a lot to it.
So, I mean, but there's a translator. There's a lot of great apps. They're really pretty, and I think users are going to find some of these invaluable. There's some instant blogging apps, and it's pretty.
All right, now what about Safari? What about the browser? What have they done to
Safari
it?
has
Have
been
they added
updated.
anything good?
It's a lot faster. Safari
Does it
2
render
Safari
pages
2.0,
properly now?
it does render. It actually, Safari just passed something called the Acid Test 2.0, which no browser has ever passed. And it's a really stringent guide for web
Oh,
standards.
did it get a certificate in the metal? Who cares? What's the feature? What's the feature? What makes this cool?
RSS. It's RSS. I know Firefox has it. Don't.
All right, I haven't gone there yet.
Don't be a hater, Kevin. Don't be a hater.
I love the
We're loading up
RSS.
Slashdot. Any page that has an RSS feed attached to it is instantly going to have this RSS button here inside Safari. You click it, and magically, up or down, comes your RSS feeds.
Oh, very nice.
And this is searchable, and it does a lot of cool
All right,
stuff.
I want to get quickly
Very
to
pretty.
we have
wait,
we have
real
the
quick.
iSight. What is this all about?
Okay, cool. The iSight. I was going to show that, but we can show the iSight here. I've got video chat going with Hal. That's Hal. Hi, Hal.
Hey, Hal.
Thanks for chatting.
Does he like the OS X? Hal, do you like the OS X, buddy?
I love the OS 10.
Yeah, OS X rocks.
Okay, so
All right, so I've seen NetMeeting before. I've seen other programs.
So we're
Why is this-
we're gonna invite another person here. Let's invite to video chat, and you'll see as we invite the screen gets see the reflection. It's rendered in real time. iSight's it's just pretty, Kev.
All right,
and it's the
I'll give you
best way
that.
to video conference ever on a PC or a Mac.
And it's pretty, right?
It's really pretty.
All right.
Yeah, it's awesome. Safari, real quick, one more thing.
All right.
It's something. It's kind of a throwaway, but it's cool. RSS
screensaver. You are all about this. In fact, you even
It's
said that
so
this couldn't be
pretty.
done on Windows because it's too pretty.
It is too pretty.
is-
Windows users don't ever get pretty stuff.
You're
and
right.
Do you
Half-Life
like?
2 looks much better on a Mac than it does on a PC.
I
You're
would
right.
rather have
You're absolutely
Spotlight
right,
than have a
Scott.
brown dog ask me,
you
"What
for
are you
coming
looking
on.
for today?"
Scott, we
Brown
appreciate
dolls.
it. Excellent features.
Thanks,
The OS X is very cool, and we appreciate you showing it off. Our Tech Lab has
Jeff.
written an article that highlights the best new features in Tiger. Get the link in today's show notes. All right, now, you want more show? You want more show, right?
I want it.
We got more show. But first, take your marketing medicine like a man. Up next, it's the one, the only, The Feed. Also, we're taking your calls about anything at all. So, seriously, call us about anything. Oh, it's over there. It's here now, though. Welcome back. What have we got coming up, Brendan? Good question. How about a little puppet tutorial from Channel 101's Rob Schraub?
Is that the answer?
Well, it's part of the answer. There's more.
Oh, right. And Kevin takes you on a trip
me.
to the lands. That Kevin?
Yeah, no, this one.
To the lands of Verticube in his free play Friday. Pack lightly.
Yes.
And today's Boost Mobile Live Music Friday guest is Groove Foundation.
Woo!
Groovy.
Yeah, no, they're awesome.
They're very good.
All right, now we got to take a phone call real quick. Okay. If that's all right. Justin joins us on the phone all the way from Los Angeles, California. Justin, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How's it going, man?
Great. Love the show.
I appreciate it.
Talk to us, buddy.
What's going on? You have a question?
Yeah, I was wondering, Kevin, what do you think about Guild Wars for the PC?
I got it installed last night. It is beautiful. It's better than World of Warcraft, in my opinion, so far. Then again, I've only played it for 40 minutes, so I'm sure I'm going to get slammed up and down the boards right now. Are you playing it right now, Justin?
Yeah, I'm in Ascalon right now.
I like the fact that you don't have to walk from city to city and you can just kind of warp, and the fact that it's kind of Diablo-esque the way items just sort of pop out. These are things that I think should be in every single game. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, it's great. It makes doing the quest a lot easier, and it's really fun, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It's kind of like Brendan. Aww.
It's really fun, and it looks.
No,
it's pretty, Kevin.
It's pretty.
Word of the day.
You're OS X and I'm Windows. It happens.
Yeah, it's pretty.
What are you gonna do? Tomato, tomato. It's really fun, and there's a lot of features that people should rip out of it. And it tells you where you need to go on a quest, which is like a nice feature. It's like, oh, you need to go meet somebody. Here they are, and it tells you where it is on the map, so you don't have to run around for an hour.
Can I have your copy?
What? No, you can't. But you can get your own, absolutely, and install it separately, and we can team speak late at night. And
I'll call you?
Yeah, okay. Please do. I'll give you my IP. Now, there are things about it you wouldn't understand, things you shouldn't understand, Brendan. It's the feed.
All right, now that we've whipped you into a frenzy over Tiger OS, it's time to hose you down with a little ice-cold legal reality. Software company Tiger Direct has sued Apple over the use of the name Tiger and may seek an injunction halting the OS rollout, claiming that Apple is flooding the market with Tiger-related propaganda, thus confusing the public and diluting its trademarked name. Tiger Direct, which has been around since 1997, wants the big fruit to stop it. Some experts feel that Tiger Direct may be miffed that its search engine position has dropped considerably since news of Apple's brand new OS first broke. If their lawsuit fails, Tiger Direct may then shift targets and try to stop Tiger Woods from winning so damn much and Frosted Flakes for being so damn great. For the past few years, there's been no denying that Americans have been getting increasingly more paranoid. But ask yourself honestly, what is there to be paranoid about, really? Like the government tapping into your phone or something stupid like that? Actually, they probably are. That's right. Court-ordered wiretaps increased 19% in 2004, up to 1,710. And if that sounds like a lot, this figure doesn't even take into account wiretaps ordered for investigation into terrorist activity, which accounted for an additional 1,754 taps last year. By the way, FBI agent Johnson totally agrees that you and your brother should get your mom flowers on Mother's Day. Gift certificates are too cold and impersonal. So you're good to go. Now, if you think being Dutch is a nonstop party of klumping and weed, slow down a second, Hans Brinker. It seems that the Dutch have developed a novel and pretty roundabout way to battle music piracy, taxing MP3 players. That's right, the Dutch government has floated a bill that will tax MP3 players to the tune of roughly €3 per gigabyte of storage space. The extra money is going to be paid to artists and producers so those poor saps can finally buy themselves a decent meal. I mean, have you seen 50 Cent lately? He's positively swimming in his Kevlar vest. And finally, Nintendo's become like that uncle. He's not really as cool or successful as the other uncles, but you kind of like having him around because he's quick with a joy buzzer or squirting flour. Yeah, forget more powerful graphics engines or more hardcore games, none of that. Nintendo's content to be the game console with the most gimmicks. Yes, like the Virtual Boy and ROB the Robot. An alleged leak has floated the notion that Nintendo's next-gen console, the Revolution, may be in 3D. That's right. Slap on the awkward two-colored glasses. Look even dorkier playing Paper Mario, friends. PlayStation and Xbox were reported as saying, no, seriously, that's a really cool idea, before driving off in their sports cars with their cheerleader girlfriends, leaving Nintendo to once again go home dejected, spending another night listening to the Smiths, writing bad poetry. Sorry. Sometimes those analogies just get the better of us here at the feed. But that's the end of the feed. I'm Sarah Lane. Have a good night and a pleasant tomorrow.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
That was quite an analogy.
Actually, I don't like Virtual Boy. It's like Captain Nintendo and Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
It is an image problem.
It was more than that. It was a headache, and it was a huge bomb. But the Dutch and the MP3 player, man, what's up with that? It's like a nickel for like a blank CD, and they're not charging anybody who plays like portable CD players. You could pirate those for ages.
I lost her a Klumpin and weed.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
When we come back, we are going to build a temple of rock on the Groove Foundation. Kevin.
Wow! And Channel 101 creator Rob Schraub is going to be here with step-by-step instructions on how to build puppets.
Look at that.
What you do with them is your own business, but you'll build them.
The Feed is brought to you by the U.S. Navy. Navy, accelerate your life.
Our next guest is a man of many talents. He's a director, actor, puppet maker, and all-around nice guy. Please welcome back to the show, Rob Schraub.
Hey,
Rob,
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to have you. Good to be back.
Rob, you brought some puppets this time.
Yes.
And you brought some toy guns.
I'm here to tell you that it's really fun and easy to make your own props and stuff. Like I bought this thing like at a toy store. It's just a gun.
Will this alarm? Does it hurt? Okay.
Yeah, it's
safe.
It's just really annoying.
Okay.
But that's cool. But that's yeah, I use this in some of my movies and stuff. And it's just you take a toy gun that you get like Toys R Us or any other place, and then you wrap it up with cardboard, and there you go.
Now, you are kind of known for being the creator of Channel 101.
Right.
What is that for our viewers at home?
Well, me and my partner Dan Harmon created a film festival with a little bit of a twist. We run it like a miniature television network where once a month at CineSpace in Hollywood we show these short 5-minute DV, no-budget TV shows. And
you can see them online,
You can see them online, too, at channel101.com. And the audience in the live show votes for which shows they want to come back next month. And we just keep on going until you get canceled. Cool. It's a lot of fun.
And one of the big shows that's got a lot of popular fans is House of Cosby's.
House of Cosby's.
We had the creator. There he is right there. That's Justin Roiland, who made a big ass of himself on the show, but it was a good time. He's a good guy.
Justin's a maniac.
What is House of Cosby's?
House of Cosby's is basically multiplicity with Bill Cosby. There's a guy, Mitchell, who's a fan of Bill Cosby so much that he wants to clone a Cosby of his own, but he doesn't just want one, he wants hundreds of Cosbys. So he lives with hundreds of Cosbys. And
you do the voices, actually, for him.
I did a couple of Cosby voices.
You got to lay one on us now.
All right. Well,
before you have the spot.
I like to explore the house, you see. Theo, there's a lot of pudding here. And the children have got some brain damage, I see.
I can listen to that all day. And for this next House of Cosby's, he actually made some puppets for an alien newscast, and we've got tape of that.
Oh,
you shot some stuff.
yeah.
Let's watch that, and then we'll comment on that after we watch it.
I would like that.
All right.
Brendan. Today, we're going to build a prop for a short that I'm going to make. We're going to make an alien newscaster. First thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a picture of what it's going to look like. Let's start off with what we have right here in front of us. Since I got a ton of these water bottles, we'll use this as the beginning of it. For the eye, because I want the eye looking around, I'm going to use this roll-on that we just bought at the grocery store. And what do we got there? We got something that looks very much like an eyeball. Starting to see Vince come together here. Touch and foam, minimal expanding sealant. You can get this at any hardware store. It turns into kind of like almost styrofoam. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to make the teeth. This is super sculpty. You can get this at any art supply store. Okay, so that was the tentacle. I just wrapped enough masking tape around the wire. So I'm gluing these on there like that. And once I paint it and everything, it should look like this.
So you can see that. So this eyeball lights up.
Coming up tonight, deadly meteors descend upon Calgon 7, and a soft drink that can turn you into a Largazoid? But first, here's Joyce with the weather. the want to make it work makes you figure it out, you know, and that's half of the fun. You know how it is, you know, I was like, oh, that's like totally makes everything worth it.
News Scene 11, the 10 o'clock report with Vince Temecula.
Good evening. Coming up tonight, deadly meteors descend upon Calgon 7. A giant carnivore attacks Gamma Central, and a soft drink that can turn you into a Largazoid? But first, here's Joyce with the weather.
On Saturday, a rift in time and space will tear through 9 parsecs of the Vegan quadrant, annihilating all sentient life forms. So be sure to wear a raincoat, or you will drown in the blood of your children.
Wow. And you did all the voices for that, right?
I did all the voices
you did
for that.
everything
It's
for that.
it, yeah, that's all in my apartment. You just shoot it in front of the green screen all by yourself. Just me and my camera.
You got a lot of time on your hands, Rob.
I'm very lonely, Brendan.
Now tell us what you've brought as well. You've got
okay.
dinosaurs.
Let's do some Martha Stewart for nerds here. I also bought this at like a toy store. It's just your simple
run-of-the-mill dinosaur.
Run-of-the-mill dinosaur.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Kind of cool. I took an X-Acto blade and then I very carefully peeled off the skin, revealing the Terminator endoskeleton underneath there, and got the hot glue and went.
Shazam!
There you go. I shrabified this up.
Shrabified?
Shrabified it up, and there you go. Check this out.
And of course
it doesn't work.
Well, he's a remote control. Oh, look.
Yeah.
Sound effects included.
Daddy liked that, doesn't he, Brendan?
Now, what's the T?
You've got a lot of attention to detail on here, Rob.
Dude, watch it, man. Those are toothpicks.
Very impressive.
So there's toothpicks and cardboard and bottle caps from water bottles and a whole bunch of stuff.
Creative genius, Rob Schraub. Thank you, Rob, for being on the show.
Thank you.
If you want to see any more shows on Channel 101, including the House of Cosby's that Rob's involved with, go to channel101.com. Or if you just want to see more of this handsome guy, check out robschraub.com. Now, the camera is going to move off of me, and it's going to settle on Kevin and Sarah over there, so don't be alarmed.
All right, little me time first. Just me. Sony PlayStation
Sorry.
Can I start again now?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
We're going to keep doing this until I get it on my own.
I'm sorry. I'm an immature person.
This is witty. I spent time writing this today. Go
ahead!
Thank you. Single. Sony PlayStation Portable, $250. A copy of Lumines, $40. A free PC game download that replaces the need for either?
Priceless.
Priceless.
I saw where you were going.
That was original.
It was.
That was an original.
I'm sorry
thing.
I stepped all over you.
It's all right. It happens. I'm used to it around these parts.
It's just that you get such a big head if someone doesn't reel you in once in a while.
It does.
You know? It's an ensemble show. But go ahead.
Are you done berating me on the live TV
this
show?
is your thing.
Great,
we want to
thank
talk
you.
about games for a couple
I want
minutes.
to talk about not just any game,
No.
Sarah.
No.
Perhaps the best game to grace the PC ever.
And I have very high standards, so I hope it's good.
You host one show with Brendan, and you start talking like him. The game is Verticube, and it's a complete Lumines knockoff. Now, I love the Lumines. You've heard of it. Puzzle game.
Yeah.
With great music. It's for the PSP. It's phenomenal. You can't go wrong. But again, $250 for the thing and then $40 for the game. Who wants that?
Mm-hmm.
This was developed by a developer, Frog Toss. Now, they're like a group of guys, like indie game guys. They love the game so much, they figure, why not rip it off? And here it is. And you know what? It's fun to play. So.
And it's Tetris-like, and who doesn't love Tetris?
Yeah, it's, well, with the falling blocks, yes. But the trick to this game is that it's all about making squares. It's not about making lines of blocks. It's about matching the colors in squares so that they'll all disappear. And now, if you play Lumines, you're like, hey, it's all about the music, man. That's what makes the game so great.
Yeah, the music's real good.
Puzzle game's really simple. Well, these guys were smart. They licensed their music from, I think it's Row Better Productions or R.O. Better Productions, whatever, .com.
Mm-hmm.
They make music for games. It's got some great tracks in it. The skins look good. It's all there. It's fun. And again, you don't have to have a PSP to play it. It's a free PC game, and it'll run pretty much on any PC.
Now, is the music, you said the music's good, but is it as good? I mean, do you say the music's on par?
It's
not quite.
It's not as good.
It's like the generic music.
Yeah, it is. It is. But for being an indie game with licensed tracks, it does its job. It does its job great. There's only like one track that I really disagree with. It sounds like a Final Fantasy nerd march, you know, to go celebrate at the bar because they got a level 12 plasma
Surprised
sword.
you don't like it.
Yeah, well, true. Yeah. Look, it's not as amazing as Lumines, but it's the closest thing you're ever going to get.
Price is right.
The price is definitely right. Go download the demo on Frog Toss's website. It's frogtoss.com. Support them. because they actually supported us. In fact, they gave us 5 copies of Verticube to give away. So if you're in chat and you want a copy, speak up now, because we're just going to kind of give out the keys at random in a second.
Great.
Good times.
Coming up on this show, put on your loincloths and take your malaria medication, because Groove Foundation is going to be performing their single, Jungle Song. Ow! On Monday, we're taking a deep breath and going back inside Star Wars Celebration 3. This time, it's Fan Filmapalooza. Plus, the founders of Blur Studios, who do everything from video game cinematics to Academy Award-level animations, will be here to make those fan films look pretty weak. And finally, if you can imagine a world of streaming, wireless, high-definition video, then you'll be in hog heaven. That's Attack of the Show, post-weekend. And now voted one of the best bands to come out of LA from acclaimed High Times magazine. Let's give it up for Groove Foundation!
Monkeys talk out of their asses, cockroaches up in my face, trailer park going renegade, blowing up like a hand grenade. When you live in a jungle, you gotta feel the dead. Midnight, that's the way of high. Watch as a cannibal fed, you know it's only a game. And you can't play, it's only a game. Baby, wear your shame. When I see some crazy freaks all over the place, this punk rock girl had a razor blade, earrings coming out of her face. She was stranger than innocent, going not even care. She crashed hard when the fire died, folks crawling out of her hair, you know it's only a game. And you can't play, it's only a game. Baby, what's your name? You know it's only a game. And you can't play. It's only a game. You'll never be the same. And you can't play. It's only a game.
You can pick up the Groove Foundation and new EP singles available on cdbaby.com. And for more information on this power trio, check them out at myspace.com/Groove Foundation. Now, put your hands together one more time for Groove Foundation.
Complaining off the road, my devotion not enough. Not what you expected, better disconnect it. Turn no second chance, give no second glance. Say that I abuse you, think I'm gonna lose you. I don't wanna talk about it, I don't wanna talk about it, I don't wanna talk about it, I don't.
All right, welcome back. 2 things real quick. One, the Guild Wars thing. Like, I've only played the game for a handful of minutes, 40 minutes, so I was just kidding when I say it's better than World of Warcraft. I don't know yet. But it's fun.
Did someone give you a talking to?
I know, like, why do you feel the need to explain
There is
yourself?
no man on the grassy knoll. I
Look,
was
I
just
got a little
kidding.
bit of a tongue lashing in the hallway, so it was a good thing. I'm just saying. I wanted to clear up the Guild Wars thing. And the bulletin board system that we set up yesterday, it's going well. We've got like 40-plus users, which is great. We'd probably have more if it didn't crash every 5 seconds. That's my bad. I need to fix the file transfer so people can actually download stuff. But we'll check in with it later on Monday or something like that.
Okay.
There you have it. Just want to clear that up.
Hey, Kevin.
Let's get to the chat room.
Well, the first question we just answered, Kay Rennie wanted to know how many people have actually dialed in to Kevin P's BBS so far. About 40?
Well, 40 users, a lot of people have dialed in.
up.
A lot of them are calling in with their phones and going, "What's that screeching noise?" And they obviously don't know how BBSs work. But
idiots!
I mean,
Didn't we explain
it's
that
not that-
sufficiently, Kevin?
I actually didn't. I really didn't explain what you need to get in.
Not that long ago, people had modems, though. I find it hard to believe they're like, "What's that noise?"
Let's watch the.
Okay,
watch
I'm
the
sorry. We're all different. All right, DT asks, which OS do you think will be better overall, Tiger or Longhorn?
Oh.
That's a hard... Apples and oranges.
Right, and Longhorn's not even out yet at all.
Exactly.
You haven't seen much. But according to what their own people are saying, Longhorn might not be the most impressive thing ever, so.
And, of course, Mac people always think that their stuff is the best.
Of course.
Whether it is or not.
And
they
we have
think
to
it's
believe
bananas.
Bananas.
B-A-N-A.
NAS.
Okay, good. Just making sure you're there with me.
I'm there with you.
Good.
I'm always there with you when it has to do with Gwen Stefani.
Love
Trust
Gwen.
me.
Come on,
I didn't
Brendan.
get that one bit.
I know. Yeah.
It's okay, Brendan. One day you'll be part of the team.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
man.
just kidding.
Wow. That's going to do it for the show.
Friday.
We're going to take 2 days
Drinking.
off. Sarah needs to cool down and sober up. We'd like to thank our guest, Rob Schraub, and, of course, raise a pair of devil horns in honor of Groove Foundation.
Raise them up.
Go on!
Those aren't the devil horns.
Oh, right.
The devil horn. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway.
Don't give us that look. We'll be back on Monday. Bye.
Wardrobe for Attack of the Show provided by Jinx.
Get your hands off your joystick and jump with the G-Spot.